Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? It's your boy Dr. Brian Moriarty coming to you live here. DE Band of Brothers Tuesday night call during DE week. And before we get into that, I want to get into a little bit about the ICA. Guys, if you're looking on Facebook and you see a lot of videos, a lot of posts about things that are ICA related, I really want you to take a good look at what's going on in the ICA, because there is a ballot that went out today. The ballots for the ICA members went out today, and this will radically change the organization of the ICA. The bylaws are radically changed. The Constitution's shredded, gone, takes away a ton of rights of the members of the ICA, of the RAs, the Representative Assembly, and it is not the ICA that I think a lot of us in DE want to be a part of. 4 past presidents have spoken out against this. So I want you to take a real hard look at this, guys, and vote no on the bylaws and constitution changes in the ICA. We need your support, guys. This is wartime. So I hate to hijack the call tonight and do this, but it is that important for you guys in the ICA to please vote no on the bylaws and the Constitution changes. The ballots went out today, so you should be receiving them in the next couple of days. Guys, if you have any questions, please reach out to me or anybody else in DE, and we will set you straight. So vote no on that for the ICA. Now, let's get to more happy times here, because it is DE week, guys. DE is finally here. We have not been since January, since we all went in January and probably hugged each other and got COVID there. So we've got immunity since January, so we're good to go there. And finally, it's DE week. It's time to rise up. Katrine, we got that promo there. Let's put that up there. Let's rise up, guys. Like a phoenix, we will rise up. It's been since January now. It's this Thursday to Sunday. There is still time, guys. If you have not made your reservations, there's still room at the hotel. Planes are wide open. I just checked in for my flight, and they upgraded me, and I have, my whole row, and I know there's like 6 people on the plane. So you can get a flight. You can get flights cheap. You can register. Please come out, guys. This is going to be an epic DE. You do not want to miss if you can physically be there. I know there's some people that cannot be there due to different lockdowns, different international travel is restricted, quarantines, these ridiculous rules that these governors are putting in, which brings us to our featured guest of tonight. He's one of those rock star chiropractors that sadly is living in what do we say, socialist paradise there in New Jersey. But it's not his fault that he can't be at DE this time, because this guy has one of the biggest hearts you will ever encounter in DE. And if there's ever a battle, if there's something to go to war like we're going to in the ICA where we're all voting no, I want to make sure that Dr. Tim Warner is on my side, because this guy is principled. He has so much passion. He serves his patients. He just got married a short time ago, bought a house. He is like living the true DE story from a DE family. And I think the world of Dr. Tim Warner, and I can't wait to hear what he's going to share tonight, guys. So listen up, get those volumes up, and let's hear from our guest tonight on the Tuesday Night Call, Dr. Tim Warner.
Man, it's always awesome to be on these calls, and it's awesome to be on this call during DE week. With DE week coming up this weekend, I I actually have been going back and forth. I didn't know what to do. In New Jersey, if you leave the state to a list of 36 states, of which Georgia's one, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks when you come home. And obviously, I've been the only person in my office for 5 of the last 6 months. Our one CA just came back 2 mornings a week and has been a huge blessing. But for 5 of the last 6 months, it's been me in my office, seeing people, doing the CA, being a janitor, cleaning tables. And our office is in an amazing place right now. And we've been able to hear people's stories. We've been able to get people clear. We've been able to be that one place for people during all this that they can come to and shed their husk. Just like everyone gets to go to DE this weekend and shed our husk. Our office is a place where people can come in and tell them what's going on. And what I've learned is so many people are in so many different places on this. Just the school thing alone, all our families are in different places. Like they want to go back, but with this restriction, or they want to go back, or this or that, or sports. And so we've been able to feel the pulse of the people that we take care of, and we take care of so many awesome people. The conversations we've been having with people in our office during this has been amazing. And it's people on both sides of the aisle, politically, medically, whatever it is. In our office, we can create that space where we all come to a common ground of humanity, of being human beings. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we're all so much more alike than we are different. So I've been weighing back and forth on my decision of whether or not to go D. Obviously, I want to be there so friggin' bad. I want to go and give someone a hug so friggin' bad and just hug people all weekend. I wouldn't even need to hear a speaker. I just want to go and hug everybody and laugh with everybody and break bread with everybody. But we've been hearing from people flying back into New Jersey. You have to sign stuff. My wife and I just did a last-minute trip to Maine this weekend, where it's one of the 14 states that's on the list. So we drove 6.5 hours to Portland, Maine for one day. We drove there, stayed the night, turned around and came home. But in Maine, we were going to restaurants, breweries, stuff like that. And everywhere you went, it was outdoor seating. Only some places had indoor seating, but most places were outside. And the tables were full, so they took our name and phone number. So I figured they'll just text us when our table's ready, or that's what it is. By the time we got to the 4th place, I asked someone, so you'll just text me when our table's ready, like 10, 20 minutes? And he's like, oh, no, that's for contact tracing. So if anyone, anywhere, something happens, I guess our name and number's on a list and they call. I don't know what they do. But that's in a so-called free state where you're allowed to do things. Things are opening up again. You can do dinners indoors, stuff like that. So that, between stuff on a plane, I feel I owe it to my office that I cannot close for 2 weeks. I can't do that. I don't have any associates. I don't have any help. I feel like I had to make the decision of putting my office and the people that I take care of first for this time. And listen, I wish I could come on here and say every single person on my office is a warrior for chiropractic. Everyone in my office thinks this lockdown and the virus is BS. But that's not the reality. We have maybe 5 or 10% of our people who ask me, oh, you haven't left the state, right? Oh, you haven't done this. Oh, you do wipe down the tables after everyone, right? And something I learned at DE, something I learned from Dr. Sid that has played in the forefront of my mind during all this is to remove the barriers. My job as a chiropractor, as a DE chiropractor, is to make principled DE chiropractic care available to everybody. Before all this, that was a huge motto in my office. We serve the Spanish-speaking population. We serve churches. We all sorts of different people. And we see all people, like Dr. Sid said, regardless of condition or financial ability to pay. So by me signing a piece of paper and having it come back to me and having that get out, and we have town watchdogs, not in our office, but there's people who just want to find everyone who's broken any rule and blast it all over social media. And for me personally, that's not something that I think benefits me, and it's not the hill I'm willing to die on. We spent a week in Trenton protesting peacefully, lovingly for a vaccine bill. That was something where we can show up. I was willing to put my office, whatever, on the line to show up to specifically get something done. And I think there's bigger battles coming down the road where I'm going to have to put my office on the line and I'm going to have to show up to get something done. For now, I want to be in my office serving my people. And for that reason, I still haven't canceled my flight yet, by the way, but for that reason, I made the choice, the very, 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 very difficult choice to be able to look my people in the eye and tell them the truth when they ask me a question, to be able to serve them, to be able to preserve that space of honesty and purity and love that I'm so proud of and that I take so seriously, and not go to DE this weekend. But there's so many people on this call who will be at DE this weekend. There's so many people on this call that should be at DE this weekend. That intensive we did was the kick in the ass that I needed to jumpstart kicking ass in practice during this. We were doing okay at that time. We were doing pretty good, actually. But since then, our office has been kicking ass. I closed the day on Wednesday just because I was burnt out. Like I said, 5 months, the CA, booking appointments, doing new patients, wiping down tables, everything, every single thing. And I closed Wednesday. Wednesday, we're in the office on a full day. About a month and a half ago, I just closed it for the month of July. We're closed on Wednesdays. We're doing appointments anyway. We don't usually do appointments. We're closed on Wednesdays. The first Wednesday I closed, our office friggin' blew up. Every appointment's full on every day. We're booking like 3 people. I can move really fast now. Our 1 CA's back. And that intensive is what fueled the fire. DE is what fueled the fire to start kicking butt again. Stop living for everyone else. Live for the people that we take care of. And when we're clear, when we're refreshed, when we're on fire, when we're empowered, we can empower the people that we take care of. I think it's another Dr. Sid line. I'm going to mess it up, but only a live wire gets stepped on. And when you're on fire, people will come and watch you burn. When you're on fire, people want to be a part of what you have. And that intensive and all the DEs together lit that fire for me. So our office is back to normal volume. It's actually a little higher. And I didn't even open up a full day on Wednesday. I only did half days because we're so busy and I want that energy where we're packed in. No one's in the waiting room, but we fill all 3 rooms constantly and moving all day. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but I miss that so much. I miss that busyness, that chaoticness of just serving people room to room, sweating my ass off. That's what it's all about. And that's what I want to be able to do this week, next week, regardless of what dumbass order our governor puts in, regardless of what dumbass crap the news wants to tell you. I'll be in my office serving people. All of us on this call, DE people, know that they will be in their office serving people, no matter what. And I don't need to broadcast to the world that we're doing that. And that's something I learned at DE too, about being humble. And by going and seeing people's offices, we know what we're doing inside our 4 walls. We know the conversations we're having with people. We know the husks that people are shedding. We have a practice member whose brother struggled with alcoholism this whole time, in his whole life. During the lockdown, was locked in a crappy little apartment by himself all day and drank himself to death. Literally. We're the place where people can come in and speak about that without being judged, without being whatever, selfish or whatever labels are being thrown around there. We have people who are scared of the virus who come in, and they can come, and that's a safe space too. We can talk about that. We also have a woman who came in. I never had this before. She came in, oh, thank you so much. I won. She won an equestrian horse show because she was crooked. Her judge told her she was crooked like 2 shows before and started getting adjusted and then won her next show because she was straight. So it's not my job to fix things, to tell people what will change in their life, just that their life will change when they're under chiropractic care. With time and repetition, with consistency, there is no limit to your potential. And it's the quote I always talk about. I actually wanted to play Dr. Accurso's original at DE if I spoke this time or whenever I get to get back there, because I want everyone to hear it in his voice and how it's just like burned into my memory. We move people from victimhood to empowerment. And for me, that's what my practice has boiled down to. It's boiled down to, I don't even know. I'm even like beyond the nervous system and all that. Obviously, we talk about that. Don't get me wrong. But my purpose is to move people from victimhood to empowerment. And we know as chiropractors, when people are clear, when people are positively reinforced to all the time and told how awesome they are, told how great they are, told how perfect they are for this world, that people can become empowered. And when people become empowered, our communities become empowered. Our states become empowered. Our world becomes empowered. And those are the people I want to be around. Empowered, proud people. I don't want to be around people who are just like me. I want to be around people who are different. But I want to be around people who are proud and empowered and confident and full of love and full of openness and full of life. And think about that. As chiropractors, that's what we get to do. It comes in as back pain or neck pain, or it comes in as being crooked on a horse, or it comes in with depression. It comes in with a million different things. But we serve every single person the same exact way. We correct the subluxation. We connect the brain to the brainstem, to the spinal cord. We remove the interference, and we allow their body to heal itself, and we allow their body to function to its fullest potential. Above, down, inside out. Above, down, inside out. So that you can function to your fullest potential. I started asking people in the office, how you feeling? Which I know is the I don't know the word, the taboo word for principal chiropractors, right? But I love following it up with, that's great. I'm glad that you're feeling good because you're functioning good. I'm not so concerned with you feeling good. I'm concerned with you functioning good. So that kayak you jumped in for the first time in 3 summers, that's function. I'm glad you function good so that you feel good when you kayak, right? We want you doing things. There are no limitations. You should never accept limitations. And we tell people, isn't it amazing how many people accept just living a crappy life? That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And the fact that you are here shows that you're making your life a priority, shows that you are becoming empowered. And I hope that all those people go and empower somebody else. So yeah, it's a crappy time. I get caught up in politics, all this stuff. It's so frustrating. Being in Maine this weekend, seeing a thriving restaurant. We were at a restaurant, beautiful restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants in the world. And on the walk there, like a 5-minute walk, you see restaurants that are boarded up without a business signs. And that breaks my heart. Internally, it eats away at me. But I feel like with all this, I've peaked on my anger, on my frustration. And I've been able to get to my core of just serving people. I love going to my office. Like, it's not work, right? Like, that's our job, and it's amazing. I love going there. But beyond that, during this, if I didn't have my office, I don't know how well I would be doing. I love going and seeing the people, having the conversations, and it's such a space, a safe, pure, special place. And it's not because of me, it's because of the people that we serve. Another quote I always love and live by is success is when preparation meets opportunity. So you never prepare for pandemics and lockdowns, but going to DE over and over and over and over and over again, not missing one, not missing one, not missing one, seeing the people, talk to people, having people you can pick up the phone and call. But more importantly, having DE ingrained into you, that message of service, of principle, of empowerment. When this comes, it's not like we sit down and write a 10-step action plan of how we're going to serve people during this. We just do it. It's the same way if we're on a mission trip in Peru or if we're in a jail somewhere. It's about serving people. And DE is that preparation to be successful when the opportunity comes. And a pandemic is not something we desire, but it's an opportunity. You better believe this is an opportunity to serve your people, to love on your people, and to let them feel that love back. Because a lot of people aren't getting a lot of love right now. Look online. You're either at this end of the spectrum or this end of the spectrum. You're either all in here or all in here. There's no middle ground anymore. I see the middle ground in people, that love, that service, that heart. And we all get to see that every day. And communication's important. I've embraced communicating about this. I've grown confident in my ability to subtly communicate chiropractic without being wordy or shove it down people's throats. But at the end of the day, it's about the connection. You can build an office without saying one word. I truly believe that. We don't do marketing. We serve people and get referrals. We've had more new ones this week than we have in like a year. Tomorrow I'll be in the office by myself. We have 3 new ones coming in. I think we have 55 people on the books in 3 hours and 3 new ones. That's fun. I love knowing that tomorrow and knowing that that's what I have to look forward to and that's what I get to do. But the point is we all get to do that. So I'm bummed I'm not going to be at DE this weekend, and I'm grateful whoever, Brian Lieberman or whoever Moriarty asked me to do this call tonight, because it's going to be so hard to be here in New Jersey and see everything going on at DE and know I'm not there. It sucks. It pisses me off. But like I said, I've allowed myself to be pissed off about this, and I've gotten to a place of peace with it. There's a lot worse things going on, and I don't like to be negative, but I think there's a lot bigger fights coming down the road. I just saw what we went through and beat in Trenton. And my energy right now is on our people, serving them, loving them, and I'm going to be loving you guys. I'm not even going to say, I think it's bullshit when people say I'll be at DE in spirit. That's total bullshit. I'm going to be in my house, not there in spirit. If I was at DE, I'd be there physically. But I'll be thinking about you guys. I'll be following everything, and I'll have some FOMO for sure. But I know you'll be holding it down. Appreciate the brotherhood, embrace the sisterhood, love each other, hug each other, and take that and go back to serve in your office. Because we know people who are so-called big-name chiropractors are all about the principle who closed during this. And we put our asses on the line, and we worked our asses off to stay open. It was hard work to stay open. We took advantage of the opportunity. Every single person on this call has that opportunity. Connect with each other at DE. Tell someone you love them. Someone who doesn't go, pick up the phone and call them and tell them you love them. I will not be with you there in spirit, but I'll be missing you guys big time. I love and appreciate you all, and I can't wait to be together whenever the hell we're together again. In October, August is the net. It's August now. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what month it is. That's another thing. Patients come in. It's like, it's been 6 months. It feels like it's been 2 weeks. And then we go to Maine for 1 day. It feels like we were there for 6 months. We're in a time warp. But I guess October is the next DE after this one. And I will be at that one. Murph willing. That's our governor. So I love you guys. Thank you for having me on this call. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for always supporting me. And if anyone's going through struggles, if anyone, I just got to share my highlight reel, right? I realize it's not a highlight reel every day. I realize we're all going through stuff. If you're going through stuff, shoot me a message. Please reach out to somebody, because Everyone's not going through a highlight reel. My life isn't a highlight reel. Getting to this point has sure as heck not been a highlight reel. So please reach out to somebody, but know what's possible. Everyone you'll see at DE this weekend, or all the actual DE people who are on here, go to their office, see their office, and see the real deal, and know that it's not a highlight reel. So I'll miss you guys. I'm going to get off now. I'm not a long talker. That's probably long, but I love and appreciate you guys. Please kick ass at DE for me this weekend. Love you.
Hey, Timmy. Nice job, brother. Dude, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Brian Moriarty, by the way, not Lieberman or.
He messaged me too.
Dude, you rock, dude, and don't worry about not being there, man. I love how you said you're not there in spirit, because I also I hate when people say that too. But dude, you're doing what you got to do, man, and your priorities are in the right place, and you're supposed to be exactly where you should be. So don't feel bad, man. We will definitely see you again in whatever month that is. October, I guess, is the next one, or. But yeah, we'll get you there, man. I'm bummed that I was looking forward to seeing you and getting a Tim Warner hug and hearing you from the stage. But it'll happen again, man. So we love and appreciate you, man. Thanks for all that you do for chiropractic, man. Thanks for showing up in Trenton. Thanks for serving your people, dude. You're a rock star, man, and I'm proud to call you a friend of mine.
Love you, brother.
Love you. All right, guys, that wraps it up for tonight. I will see a lot of you at DE on Thursday. Get there, guys. Can't wait. Rise up. There it is. Rise up. All right. We'll see everybody this week at DE. Everybody have a great night. Kick some butt. All right. Serve your people.